You're watching Penn State Hockey Story!
You're watching the Penn State Hockey Story!
You're watching the Penn State Hockey Story! You're watching the Penn State Hockey Story! Go Flyers! Go Penn!
You're watching the Penn State Hockey Story! Woo!
This is a story about a game like no other. Power and speed, violence and grace. In a home like no other. The greatest student section in all of college hockey. This is our story. The Penn State Hockey Story.
You're watching the Penn State Hockey Story.
You're watching
the Penn State Hockey Story.
You're watching the Penn State Hockey Story! You're watching the Penn State Hockey Story!
You're watching the Penn State Hockey Story!
You're watching the Penn State Hockey Story!
We're very happy with the direction it's going. I think things have happened a lot quicker than anybody would have imagined. And
yeah, I think they see a team that's learning from their mistakes and building as they grow. And I think we're a team that is putting some pieces of the puzzle together and starting to figure it out.
With some of the success we've had this year and at the end of last year, I think people are starting to view Penn State as more of a legitimate contender.
Honestly, right now, I think we're still viewed as underdogs, and I think in a lot of guys that lights a fire.
I think they see us as the new guys, and I think a lot of people love to support us, and I think there's a very large group that loves to, see us struggle.
There are also a lot of people I think that still don't really like us and kind of wish we weren't a team.
The second half of this season is going to be really important for us to make a statement. And
I think we can win and win now. I know the second half of the season is pretty big, and we are more than capable of, when we play the way we play, we can beat anybody in the country.
This team may be new, but they have woven themselves in the evolving novel of Big Ten hockey, and more importantly, the Penn State community. In front of a sold-out crowd dressed head to toe in white, the Nittany Lions would face off with one of college hockey's most historic programs. Though the ice seemed to tilt in favor of the Lions, senior keeper Joel Rumpel would continue to keep the puck out, proving his 21-win record last year was no fluke. Coach Guy Godowski would reassure his troops to press on while searching for the answer to the Badger goalie. When finally veteran winger Tommy Olchuk would solve the riddle of the Badger netminder.
Now Varley across the Wisconsin line, shoots from the half wall, far side, rebound, score! Olchuk fires it home. It's 1-0 Nittany Lions. Tommy Olchuk, 6th of the year.
Big rebound, scores! Tommy Olchuk. Back near his crease, centered again, loose, they score!
The Pagula Ice Arena roared to life, and the best line in college hockey was on the ice.
Shot by Goodwin, down into the near corner. Bailey from a bad angle, loose in the crease, into the netminder goes Holmstrom. Goodwin follows it up and scores!
Here they are shooting from everywhere, big rebound, Goodwin scores!
The scoreboard read in favor of the Lions. The momentum was swaying toward the Badgers. An injury to Kenny Brooks would force Guy Godowski to get creative with his line combinations, allowing him to pair Casey Bailey with the passing expertise of Dylan Richard.
Short now, Bailey, a drive, score! Buries it from the high slot on a one-timer. Casey Bailey, you are the man!
It's a great win, not a great game. And tomorrow, and very quickly, 2 p.m. game, we got to come back with a great game. So get a good sleep and get a great meal, and let's be ready to do better.
Bailey off to Yuha, one-time drive, score! Luke Yuha rips it from the far point through traffic in front, and it beats Rumpel to the blocker side, and the Nittany Lions have a 1-0 lead.
The early goal only fed the fury of the Badgers. As the team in red picked up the physical play, their goalie would continue to stump Penn State's top line. The frustration would lead to a mental lapse, springing Wisconsin on an odd man rush. Hockey is not a sport for the weak-minded. The pace of the game is relentless, forcing its players to make split decisions with no time for second-guessing. As a coach, your job is to make sure the right players are on the ice at the most opportune time. Coach Godowski would call upon a line built with speed and the ability to turn an opportunity into gold.
We'll clear it out to his teammates, but it's held in. That's Eric Scheid, very active here for Penn State. His shot, he throws a beautiful pass, and it's knocked in the back of the net by Richard.
Rocket Richard beating Joel Rumpel.
Scheid 2-on-1 to the front of the net. Richard, a drive, score!
Rocket's goal would trigger a response from his team of fervor and physicality. Gritty play of the Lions would be rewarded, hot off the sticks of 2 freshmen.
It's tied up against the glass. Now comes Reed Robinson to the slot. Fire, score! James Robinson! 3-1 Nittany Lions, 3rd goal of the year for the freshman, and they've all come against the Badgers. Audio fire, score! First goal as a Nittany Lion! Eric Audio, 4-1 Penn State. That will do it here today.
They are a group of young men defined by a game, a school, but they refuse to be defined by the opinions of the world around them. They are a team driven from within, a team propelled by belief and a sense of destiny. Another progression point in the odyssey of Penn State hockey. But for this team, there is still only one goal.
Big Ten championships, national championships. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
You're watching the Penn State Hockey Story. Woo! Yeah!
You're watching the Penn State Hockey Story. You're watching the Penn State
My favorite all-time book. I would have to probably say The Hobbit. I've read it twice, and I just got to watch all the movies, so a bit of a nerd, and it was really enjoyable for me.
Mine's Cain and Abel by Jeffrey Archer.
Favorite all-time book? Moonwalk with Einstein.
I actually read Lone Survivor, so that was a pretty good book.
The author is John Gordon. It's Training Camp. It's a great book for getting ready for the season. And
I would have to say Hockey Tough by Saul Miller. It's just a good, kind of motivational physiology book, about the mind and how mental toughness and visualization comes into play. So.
Probably financial accounting.
You're asking the wrong guys.
Favorite all-time book? Holes.
I think Holes might be like one of the
Holes
5
is
books
definitely
I've
up there.
finished. So
Captain Underpants.
that's a classic.
What's that one book?
I don't read.
It's like their kids are like on a Lord of the Flies. That was a good one in high school that I enjoyed. Actually read that one.
You're watching the Tommy Olchek story. The Penn State Hockey Story.